The Sony rumor mill is churning, and it's throwing us some curveballs. We've got delays, we've got surprises, and we've got a whole lot to unpack. So grab your favorite beverage, and let's dive in. First up, the Sony A7V, or rather, the delayed Sony A7V. Originally slated for an April 2025 release, it's now been pushed back to late 2025. Yeah, I know, disappointing. But, as with everything in tech, there's a reason, or at least a rumored reason. Now, the whispers are pointing to a couple of factors. One, and this is a juicy one, Sony is apparently playing a waiting game with Canon. They're reportedly holding off on finalizing the A7V's pricing until Canon announces the price of their EOS R6 Mark III. Think of it like a high-stakes poker game. Sony wants to see Canon's hand before they lay down their own. They want to undercut or match Canon's price, ensuring the A7V stays competitive in that mid-range full-frame market. Smart move, right? But there's another theory floating around, a less optimistic one. Some sources are hinting at internal challenges, manufacturing or supply chain bottlenecks, the usual suspects. Apparently, Sony's factories are prioritizing the A1 Mark II, their flagship model. And let's be honest, that makes sense. You gotta keep your top-tier customers happy. So the A7V's production might be taking a back seat until things stabilize. So what does this mean for us? Well, for those of you waiting for the A7V, you're gonna have to be patient. But on the bright side, this delay might mean we see the A7R6 sooner. Yeah, the high-resolution sibling. Sony might be capitalizing on the gap left by the A7V's postponement. Now, let's talk about the real star of the show, the Sony A7S IV. This is the one we've all been waiting for, right? The A7S series, known for its low-light wizardry and video prowess, has been MIA for a while. And with competitors like Canon and Panasonic stepping up their game, Sony can't afford to stay silent. So what are we hearing? Well, the A7S IV is expected to stick to that 12.1 megapixel resolution, prioritizing pixel size over count. But we might see a redesigned backside illuminated sensor with improved quantum efficiency. Basically, better low-light performance. And paired with the next-gen Bionz XR processor, we might see some AI-powered noise reduction and dynamic range enhancements. And video? Oh, the video. We're talking 6K at 60p and 4K at 240 FPS. Yeah, you heard that right. That's going to give us some serious flexibility in cropping and slow-motion work. And Sony might even address their color science, something they've been criticized for in the past. Autofocus? We're expecting AI-driven subject recognition, similar to the A7R V. And for handheld shooting, improved active stabilization, potentially rivaling external gimbals. Body-wise, we're likely looking at a similar design to the A7S III, but with some ergonomic tweaks, and hopefully a battery life boost. And, with live streaming becoming more and more important, we might see 5G support or enhanced Wi-Fi 6E. Price? Rumors are pointing to around $4,000. Yeah, that's a bit steep. But for professionals who need that low-light performance and video prowess, it might just be worth it. So what's the takeaway? Sony's playing a strategic game. They're delaying the A7V to stay competitive, and they're prioritizing the A7S IV to reclaim their video crown. And with the A7R6 potentially coming sooner, they're covering all their bases. It's a gamble, for sure. But if the rumors are true, Sony might just come out on top. And as always, we'll be watching closely to see how it all unfolds. So there you have it. The Sony A7S IV, bursting onto the scene with those video-centric upgrades. Or are you holding out hope for the delayed but potentially powerful A7V? Let us know down in the comments which camera has you more hyped. We're genuinely curious to hear your thoughts. And hey, if you dug this deep dive into the Sony rumors and want to stay up to date on all things camera tech, hit that subscribe button. We've got plenty more content like this coming your way.